Redefining power in the Middle East, Gulf Ascendancy, US alliances, and Ethiopia's new opportunity. Something unexpected is unfolding in Addis Ababa. As Gulf monarchies ascend and US priorities shift, a rising African power may redefine its future. Egypt's grip is loosening, Israel's role is evolving, and Ethiopia might just have found the leverage it needs. At the heart of it, a transactional US policy that rewards alliances and Gulf states ready to invest in Africa's future. Could Ethiopia's movement be arriving? Is Addis becoming an unlikely linchpin in a new Middle Eastern pivot? Let's unpack how regional rivalry is opening doors and why Ethiopia might step through. Hi, I'm Sina Exau, and this is Analytica Today. Dynamics are transforming. Gulf monarchies, especially Saudi Arabia and UAE, are quietly becoming the region's new powerhouses. With America similarly transactional, Ethiopia is quietly leveraging this shift. As Egypt's influence softens and Israel recalibrates post-Gaza, Ethiopia finds a new diplomatic window, one it's seizing with energy and intelligence. In the last decade, Saudi Arabia and UAE have grown into Africa's dominant external investors. With deep pockets and advanced military capabilities, they've poured billions into ports, agriculture, energy, and infrastructure, linking economics with geopolitics. At the same time, US policy has tilted towards results-driven partnership. Arms sales, energy deals, and investment take precedence over traditional aid. Gulf capitals align neatly with this shift, offering Washington direct returns and access to strategic maritime corridors, especially around the Red Sea. Once the anchor of Arab affairs, Egypt now faces growing constraints. Its strained economy and dependence on Gulf aid have weakened Cairo's autonomy. Although Egypt still leads Palestinian discourse, its ability to shape outcomes in Gaza or the Nile Basin, especially around Gerd Dam, is hampered by competing priorities and external pressure. As a result, others are stepping into the void. Israel remains key US defense partner, but Gaza has tested the limits of its position. Even Washington, under Trump-aligned leadership, has voiced sharper criticisms and demanded restraint. While Israel's strategic value is intact, its dominance is nuanced, opening opportunity for others to contribute to regional stability. With Egypt's influence waning, Gulf states have turned toward Northeast Africa. They're investing in ports, trade corridors, and even military infrastructure, strategically anchoring themselves on Africa's flank. The UAE alone has pledged over $100 billion in African investments from 2022 to 23, dwarfing China's previous commitments. Their aim? Stabilizing Red Sea shipping, securing influence, and ensuring food trade and energy security. Ethiopia is emerging as one of Gulf's strategists' preferred partners. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has courted Gulf capitals with vigor, attracting investment, political support, and diplomatic backing. This newfound confidence has emboldened Addis Ababa, especially in moving forward with the contentious Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Despite Egyptian objections, this newfound confidence has emboldened Addis Ababa, especially in moving forward with the contentious Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, despite Egyptian objections. Meanwhile, Ethiopia is breaking its landlocked constraints. In January 2024, it signed an MOU with 19 kilometers of Red Sea coastline from Somaliland, granting Ethiopia the right to develop a naval base and port infrastructure under terms that include future recognition of Somaliland. This move has unsettled Somalia, Egypt, and Eritrea, but Gulf states appear supportive, viewing Addis Ababa as a stabilizing factor in Red Sea security. Ethiopia hasn't abandoned old alliances. It maintains discreet cooperation with Israel while pursuing Gulf partnerships, foregoing dependency in favor of diversity. This balance is strategic. Israel brings military know-how, the Gulf brings capital diplomatic depth, and Ethiopia retains sovereignty and regional agency. The old hierarchies in Middle Eastern power have shifted. Egypt's decline, Israel's adjustment, and Gulf's ascendancy have created space for new players. Ethiopia is no longer just a follower, it's a strategist. By leveraging these changes, it's reshaping its future, securing maritime access, defending development ambitions, and earning regional respect. In this fluid, transactional environment, Addis Ababa's foreign policy is maturing, transforming disruption into opportunity. If Gulf backing matures into institutional support, Ethiopia may emerge as a regional power with a gateway to the sea and freedom from landlocked limbo. In a reordered Middle East, Ethiopia is seizing its moment, and as Gulf states and Washington realign their strategies, Addis could become central to the next chapter in Red Sea geopolitics. This is Analytica Today. I'm Sina. Thanks for staying informed and stay engaged.